When the night sky falls silent and the stars light up the world with their glow, there's one star that stands out from the rest, Sirius, the dog star. It's that dazzling light that's been sparking questions in human minds for centuries. Is it just a star, or is there something bigger hiding behind it? Oh, to rut. A secret, a story, or maybe a monster, the dog star monster. This tale is about that very mystery, one that's not just tucked away in the darkness of space, but stretches its influence to every corner of Earth. So hold your breath, because we're about to dive into a journey that might shake your brain and make you wonder if what we see is just the tip of something way deeper. Look at Sirius, the brightest star in the Canis Major constellation. Why do they call it the dog star? That name goes back to ancient civilizations. The Egyptians tied it to their gods, the Greeks linked it to their seasons, but every culture had one thing in common. Sirius wasn't just a star, it was a force, a mystery. Modern science says Sirius is a binary system, Sirius A, a big bright star, and Sirius B, a white dwarf in the last stage of its life. But here's where it gets weird. The Dogon tribe in Africa, a small group from way back, claimed centuries ago that there's a third star, Sirius C. They said this system is part of a cosmic cycle, something tied to life and death playing out on a grand scale. They didn't have telescopes, so where'd they get this knowledge? Did they see something, or maybe feel something we still can't wrap our heads around? Now think about this. If there's something in the Sirius system we can't see but can feel its effects, could that be the dog star monster? This isn't some Hollywood beast with fangs and roars. It's a cosmic force, maybe an energy, maybe a strange form of dark matter, or even an entity that drifts between space and time. Scientists have spotted anomalies in Sirius's gravitational pull, stuff that doesn't line up with normal math. Sometimes the light patterns get funky, sometimes there are gaps in telescope data. Is it all just a fluke, or is something massive at play? You can see its fingerprints on Earth too. Ancient texts talk about Sirius like it's a gateway, a door connecting our world to something beyond. The Egyptians believed it was tied to Osiris, their god of death and rebirth. But there's a darker theory that takes it further. Some say Sirius sends signals, electromagnetic waves or radiation that mess with Earth's magnetic field. When that happens, weird stuff starts up. Storms pop out of nowhere in the oceans, animals act strange, and sometimes people feel this restless vibe they can't explain. The Bermuda Triangle's mysteries, Stonehenge's enigma, could there be a link? Is this the dog star monster saying hi to Earth? Now let's peer into the depths of space. Telescopes have caught gravitational lensing around Sirius, light bending in ways it shouldn't for a normal star system. The light from Sirius sometimes curves like there's an invisible mass out there. Dark matter, scientists call it. But what if it's not dark matter? What if it's the dog star monster in some form? Something we can't see or grab, but it twists space-time just by existing. If that's true, this monster could be a cosmic predator, feeding on stars, draining their energy bit by bit, then moving to the next prey. Sirius B, now a white dwarf, might have been its first victim. It burned out, and now Sirius A is next. And if this keeps going, our sun could be on the list someday. If this monster's real, where do we stand? We're just sitting on this tiny Earth with our limited know-how, while this huge game plays out above us. Is this monster watching us? Are those signals it sends a warning, or is it setting a trap? The Dogon tribe might have figured it out. They said Sirius C is home to the Enamo, beings tied to water and life. They claim these Namo came to Earth once and created humans. But if that's true, is the dog star monster part of them? Or is it their enemy, something that destroys instead of creates? Let's throw some science in here. Sirius is 8.6 light years away, meaning the light we see today left there 8.6 years ago. If something big's happening, like the dog star monster showing up, we wouldn't know yet. But when we do, it might be too late. Those signals hitting Earth could be early hints of that big event. Climate change speeding up out of nowhere. Mass animal die-offs. Is this all part of it? Is this monster slowly taking control without us even noticing? There's another angle. Maybe this monster isn't evil. Maybe it's a cosmic guardian keeping the universe in balance. It takes the energy from dying stars like Sirius B and uses it to birth new ones. Sirius B's death could have been part of that balance, and Sirius A's fate might be the next chapter. But where do we fit in? Are we just a tiny piece in this game? ready to be sacrificed when the time comes. But let's dig into more Earth mysteries. The pyramids of Giza line up with serious archaeologists have known that for ages. Did the Egyptians know something big was out there? Their texts say when Sirius A moves from its place, chaos hits the world. And today, astronomers have noticed Sirius's proper motion. Its path through space is a bit off. Is the Dog Star monster pulling the strings, taking control of Sirius? If so, what happens to Earth? Here's a wild thought. If this monster can mess with space-time, maybe it can time travel, too. Did ancient people see it when it popped into the past? Will it show up in our future? If it does, we'd better be ready, because when the darkness of space reaches Earth, there's nowhere to hide. Now let's wrap this up. The Dog Star monster is a mystery, a possibility, and maybe a warning. It forces us to think about how small we are and how vast the universe is. If it's real, we'll have to face it, or go along with it. One thing's for sure, until we crack this puzzle, it'll keep us up at night. So next time you look up at Sirius, feel a little shiver, because something might be looking back, and it just might be the Dog Star monster.